Hey guys, my name's Colin and this is my review on the Nike Zoom Rival Flies. Alright, so let's start out with the traction. You get a large coverage here in the forefoot, just follows along a little bit here on the heel. Traction's something I don't usually pay much attention to, but while I was out running in these, it was noticeably good. But yeah, definitely a thumbs up on the traction pattern for the Rival Flies. So next up is the midsole and the cushionings. Here you have a full-length Phylon midsole. It doesn't actually specify on any website, but that's what I assume it is. And there's a small forefoot zoom unit. The cushion actually is fairly soft all the way through. It's not like full-length Zoom Air soft, but I didn't really find it super firm or anything. It was actually kind of a nice low to the ground ride, and you just barely noticed that little forefoot Zoom Air unit. But cushion-wise, I was actually surprisingly impressed. When comparing it to the Pegasus 35, the Pegasus 35's full-length Zoom Air is really bouncy, really cushiony. If you're not into that, this is kind of a little firmer, a little more responsive feel for a cushion. Okay, moving on to the upper. So the upper is this kind of cheap feeling mesh material. It's a little rough to the touch, but I didn't find it super hot or anything like that. It kind of worked okay. It wasn't anything special, but wasn't anything great either. I usually don't have to lace my running sneakers up very tight. On the pegs here, I laced them up once and I never really relaced them. I just kind of slip in and out. These ones I had to lace up pretty tight. Not that that's a bad thing, but there was no break-in time. Like the first run, I really had to kind of lace it up to feel locked in. It is like a one booty upper. As you can see here, it's just attached at the tongue. The little bit of tongue that you do have is super thin. There's like a tad bit of cushioning up here, but it's something that I didn't even notice one way or the other. Moving on to the fit. So I gotta give it to the Rival Flies. The heel lockdown was way better than the Pegasus 35s. The Peg 35s had that issue with feeling like you were not locked in, but once you got running, it was no big deal. But the Zoom Rival Flies have a locked in feel on the heel right from the get-go. And although the heel lockdown is really great, the fit in the forefoot is where this sneaker kind of falls apart for me. I took these out on a not very technical trail and I could feel my forefoot kind of falling over the edge here on the medial side. That was really annoying, and I didn't really have that containment issue with any other Nike sneaker I've been running in. I've been running in the Vomero 14s and the Peg 35 and even the Pegasus 36 trails, which have a really great containment and fit. Unfortunately, the Zoom Rival Flies forefoot containment issue is a big negative towards this shoe. Moving on to the weight, just holding the Pegasus 35 in hand compared to the Zoom Rival Fly, the Rival Flies are definitely lighter. I think it's probably because it just has that Phylon midsole with the little Zoom Air unit in the forefoot. I'm not sure of the actual weight. I can tell you that they are just a tad bit lighter than the Pegasus 35. So my final verdict is I really want to love this sneaker. Like, I bought these on a discount. I saw them on sale for 25% off maybe, so I got them for about $80 Canadian. But because of that forefoot containment issue, I don't think I'd recommend buying these over, say, a discounted pair of Pegasus 35s that you can find for around $100 Canadian. You know, I just like the way these look. They look fast. They kind of have a cool colorway. And I did actually enjoy running these when you're just going straight and you don't notice that forefoot containment issue. Otherwise, I just haven't really gone back to these after about 4 to 5 runs. But yeah, that's about it. So that was my quick review on the Nike Zoom Rival Fly. A shoe with some potential, but the forefoot containment issue just unfortunately was the biggest downfall to this sneaker. Just one quick update on how I'm doing with my running. So I ran the Toronto Marathon early in May. It's now late June and I just signed up for a 50K trail race, hence the Pegasus 36 trails. I don't really know what to expect on this one either, but I've been running a lot of trails and I'm really enjoying that. And I'm actually really excited for the trail race. It's in Fundy National Park, which is our biggest national park in New Brunswick, Canada. It's not till September, so I got some training to do and I got some time to get some training in, and I really can't wait to get it done and possibly do a review on the Pegasus 36 trail within the coming weeks. Stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.